YOLO. There's a saying I like, and it goes, time you enjoy wasting is not always wasted time. And I feel that it's so applicable to video games. The older generations will be like, oh, you're wasting your time, you could be doing something productive. Meanwhile, their generation will literally sit down in front of a television and consume hours of TV and commercials. But that's okay. But my video games, which I can interact with, build, learn, and grow, that's not okay. Sounds like some D1 haters to me. So I figured I'd make this video talking about some of the things that I've learned over the course of my video game playing career, as well as some of the skills that I've obtained from it. Now, I'm something of a video game player myself, having played since I was about 2 years old, so going on 27, almost 28 years of playing video games. I like playing video games, but I would not say I'm good at playing them. One of the first things I learned from video games is resource management. Whether it be special power-ups and attacks you can only do X number of times per fight, or gold, coins, and or other forms of currency that you can use to upgrade, purchase, or unlock certain abilities. You have to be very conservative with what you got and use it in the most effective and efficient manner possible. Another thing I've learned from video games is creative problem solving. A lot of video games tend to have puzzles, riddles, and other such little brain teasers put in them as part of the levels or as optional bonus areas. So you have to learn to creatively think and possibly think under pressure with timed events. That way you can solve these different puzzles and problems. The next skill that I've learned from video games is teamwork. Whether it be capturing the flag, holding a key position, or taking down a boss with expert timing, you need to be able to work as a cohesive unit with others. And let's face it, even with AI left, right, and center in our modern world, you still have to get along and work with people. This means you're going to need greater EQ, social intelligence, and that comes from interacting with more people. Specifically, interacting with them in pursuit of a common goal, as part of a team, as a unit, a squad. These are things that I learned from playing video games. I thought I was just having fun, but I was building stronger social skills that helped me in the workplace. Now, having common goals and plans is good, but what happens when, like in life, things change? Whether it be a boss suddenly getting a second phase that you didn't expect, new patterns of attack, a change to the AI, an update to the system, you have to be able to be adaptable, which is the next thing I've learned. Adaptability, or resourcefulness. Things are not always going to go as you plan in game, and they're definitely not going to go as you plan in real life. You have to be able to improvise, adapt, and overcome, like Bear Grylls said. Those are all skills that you can get from playing video games. Now, if you look at my screen, you can currently see multiple things on the HUD, the display. Top left, you see a map. Different icons, different indicators for friends, foes, which direction they're moving. Bottom left, it shows an in-game log of who's getting killed, what's happening, score, timer. Bottom right, your own ammunition, weapon you have equipped, etc. I bring all this up because it flows into my next point. Rapid information processing. Let's face it, the days of the boomers where they open the morning newspaper and they learn what happened the previous day are gone. We have 24/7 access to news all around the world. We know what's happening constantly. From weather, politics, religion, media, economics. You have so much information coming at you. Just like a video game. You have to be able to learn to filter through information quickly to make the decisions that are important for you in that moment. Now, the next thing that I've learned from video games is also something you can learn from sports, which is personal growth and development in competition. The more you put in, the more you get out. The more you practice, the better you'll get. The higher your chances of winning, coming in first, getting that big trophy, the out-of-the-park grand slam home run, or the #1 victory royale. For you, it may not be that you have to beat everyone and be in the #1 spot on the board. It might be just personal challenges, trying to balance out your KD ratio, or go deathless in a run. There are a lot of video games where people have entire genres and groups built around deathless or no damage runs. There's always different self-imposed challenges that you can do which help make you better at whatever it is you're doing. And speaking of challenges like that, that brings me to my next point. Goal setting. Self-imposed challenges. Hills to be climbed, flags to be taken, songs to be sung. There is always something more to go after, to set your mind on, to plan, strategize, and try and achieve. I think most people would agree that goal setting or being goal oriented, having progress or actionable plans and steps to achieve those goals, and having a nice level of determination and grit, things that you can learn from video games, carry over beautifully into the real world. Rather than just being that one guy who's coasting through life, C's get degrees, never really has to try that hard because he doesn't really have any goals, dreams, or aspirations, and always just works just hard enough not to get fired. Next up on my list is improved hand-eye coordination and depth perception. Like I had mentioned earlier, going from playing 2D games, side-scrollers, to 3-dimensional games gave me better spatial recognition skills, especially when it comes to problem solving, but also hand-eye coordination. I also like to play sports, and I have better ball tracking for baseball, basketball, things like that, because I've played video games, and the fast, high-action pace of watching where things go, grabbing a grenade before it explodes and flinging it back to the enemies, being able to keep track, that carries over beautifully into sports and the real world. The next thing is one that I don't see too many people talk about when it comes to video games, which is the desire for knowledge, or the thirst to learn more. I've played games like Tomb Raider that have so much art, culture, and history put into the game, but not made as a main feature, but side things that you can go and learn as you explore the world. That makes you go, wow, I really do want to know more about their ceremonial burial style. You can pause the game, do a quick Google or ChatGPT search. The thirst for knowledge is put into games beautifully through the art, the storytelling, and the design. There are so many fun facts that I've learned from video games, especially survival games, that have carried over into real life, where I've been having conversations and I'm like, wait a second, that obscure piece of knowledge that I had learned because I played that one game, I can now bring up in this college exam. The final point I wanted to bring up is not really something I've learned or a skill I've gained from video games, but it's more of why I prefer video games and books as a form of media entertainment compared to TV shows or movies. And that's interactability or engagement. See, with movies and TV shows, sure, I'll watch them and I'll like them, but there's always going to be a level of disconnect from me and the events that are happening. Whereas with a book, when I read it, I come up with the characters' voices, I read the descriptions of areas, but I can use my own imagination to imagine what that red door looks like. Now, the red door may symbolize anger and blah, 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 but I imagine the red door is a little bit wider, a little bit taller, fatter, etc. Video games, they have a similar thing where it's all painted out for you, but you get to engage with the story and you're more interconnected with it, so you're more invested. You have skin in the game. I prefer that as a medium for storytelling than I do regular TV and movies. That's my little rant for today. Some of the things that I've learned from video games, or the skills that I've got, and or why I prefer video games and books as a form of entertainment. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What are some things that you've learned from video games that I didn't even mention? I'd love to compare and contrast. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the flip side.